Hi, today we are building a house for a single mom with 5 kids. And this is going to be an autumnal house, so we're going to use autumnal colors like brown and orange and green, yellow and red, and a bit of other colors to complement it like purple and so on. But this is her house that she lives in with her 5 kids. Her husband left her not long ago, so it's just her now raising the kids. She's doing an awesome job, but of course it's a hard job. It's hard being a single mom, and so applause to her. And this is the house that she bought for her and the kids when her husband left her. And it's quite a big house, so there's plenty of room for them. And almost all of them have their own bedroom. But she has a pair of twins and they share a bedroom. The other kids have their own. So the oldest one is a boy, he's a teen, and then she has a girl, and she is, well, you would probably call her a tween, so she's somewhere bordering to a teen, but still has some childish in her, so she has some toys in her room, but not that much. She's picking them out one by one to make it more of a teen room. And then we have the twins, and they are toddlers. It's a boy and a girl, and the youngest one is just an infant. So 5 kids all together. And as you can see, the house is starting to take shape, and this is the shape we're going with for the outside of the house. We have a little bay window. Inside of there is going to be the dining room with the kitchen behind it. And then we went for the wood upstairs on the upper half of the house and the brick on the lower part of the house. And they're all in a brownish color, which I think fitted in very well with the autumnal vibe. And the little shed or garage, it's quite small, so it's a tight squeeze to get a car in there. So it's mostly used as a shed as it is right now. And she actually doesn't have a car, so there's no problem for her. If she in the future gets a car, it will have room in front of the little shed to park it, so she can just keep it outside. Otherwise she will have to clear the shed. The shed isn't that much of a mess and cluttered, but there are some things in there, and they use it more for they have a woodworking table and some other stuff there, so it's more for storage and doing some woodworking and so on. I fenced in the whole yard, and here is where I make that little driveway, and I also make a path leading up to the door. And then I wanted some gravel to go to the back of the house. At first I was thinking that they would have to take the way around the house out the front and go between the little shed and the house to get to the back of the house. But later on I am going to fix that. I am going to put a door on the back of the house out to the garden as well. So they are going to be able to go through the house. And I didn't want to put it in one of the bedrooms, which meant I am going to fiddle a bit with the floor plan and change some things out to make it work. I think it comes out very well in the end, because I end up doing like a laundry and mudroom kind of room behind the stairs going into the back of the house, and that's where I put the exit. Putting in some little pumpkins, just to make it a bit more autumnal. Didn't want to overdo it with the pumpkins. I thought some just below the stairs was enough. And I think that they're heading into autumn, so it isn't, we're not quite there yet. It's not Halloween or something like that. So maybe when Halloween comes, they decorate the house a lot more. Because as I said, there are 5 kids in here and they probably enjoy Halloween. But right now it's just the beginning of fall. So they have just put out some fall decorations. In the back, we're going to continue on with quite a free-growing landscaping kind of vibe. I didn't want the mom to have too much work to do with the garden. She is into plants, as you will be noticing later, because I put one of these benches where you can plant stuff and so on in the backyard. But I was more thinking that she was into replanting her inside plants and putting them into bigger pots and so on. And that's why she had this little planter. And she also grows some things out in the back, but I was thinking more like herbs and so on to use for cooking and so on. So that's what the pots in the back are for. So I put in this little stone moment in the back too, so that they can have a little place to sit and enjoy. I will put in a fire pit in this area so that they can enjoy it together with the family. Have a bit of fire, maybe roast some marshmallows and so. Could be cozy now in the autumn. So that's the bench I was talking about, and this is where she'll grow her herbs. And here's the little fire pit where the family can gather around. And I will also put in a little table for them for when they want to dine outside. And as you can see, I've also put out some things for the kids to do. So we have some swings and we have a little slide, I don't know if it's an elephant or I think it's a whale actually. A whale slide, and also a hoop so that the bigger kids can play some basketball. And then I just continue on this little path with gravel so that they can reach the back. And in the corner here I will be putting some plants as well to kind of finish that corner off, because it looked so empty, so it needed something. So a little bit of flowers and so on. And then I will also add some lights in the back. Otherwise, as far as it comes to the plants and so on, and the garden is finished. So now I put out this little lights, as I told you, so that they can have lights all around and nice and a light garden in the evenings as well. Heading on inside, I have a love-hate relationship to this linoleum carpet I put into the kitchen area. It spoke to me, so I wanted to try and use it. Unfortunately, in the end, I couldn't. This is the little bathroom I told you about that I had to put in because I will be getting rid of the other one, make it into that laundry and mudroom that I've told you. But we are going to start in the kitchen, and I wanted to use this kind of browny orangey tone for the whole kitchen. And I think it worked out well. I fiddle a bit with the counters and where to put them and to make it look good, and also for the Sims to be able to get around. So in the end I went for 2 little outer pieces and 1 centerpiece, and I will be putting the sink in the middle part of the island. And I went for a round table because I thought that it fitted the vibe of this bay window mostly. Of course, I couldn't put chairs all around it, but these chairs that I put in, I love them. I think they are gorgeous, and I think they fit in well with modern builds and also this 70s designs that I was thinking for this house. I think it's built somewhere in the 70s, and it hasn't really been renovated since. And now that this little family has moved in, they probably want to do some renovation in the end, but they have to have money to renovate, and the mother is a single mom, so the finances aren't as good as they would want it to be. So slow and steady, they will make some changes, but it's a fully working house. There's nothing broken or so. It's just outdated, but it works well. So they are happy here. And cluttering up the kitchen a bit, I was thinking about, do I put a coffee machine in or do I put a microwave in? Because I was thinking that this mom probably is living on coffee to make her life go around as it is right now, with all of the things to do with working and taking care of 5 kids. But in the end, I opted for the microwave because I thought that maybe the kids could serve them up something, leftovers or something, just heat it up in the microwave when they get home from school. And she can also have it if she does a lot of cooking in the weekend, and then she could take things out and reheat it and make it a bit easier for herself. So that's why I opted for the microwave. It's a bit of a tight squeeze in the hallway, not much room to put stuff, but I put in a little coat rack and a little shoe rack, and that's it. So then I went on to the stairs, and as you probably know, the matching rail isn't always existing, so you could try to find something else, but then you won't get the right color. So I tried and I tried a lot of different. In the end, I had to change the railings for the stairway to match the railing upstairs. So that's what I did, but that's fine. I like this one as well, so that's good. Putting up a little decorations outside, and I decided to have a little railing. I didn't want it to begin with, but then I changed my mind and I put it in there. So this long and awkward room is the living room. It's probably an add-on to the house that a previous family has done and might have used in another way, but it is the living room right now. And I went for a sofa, and I went for a gaming table, Don't Wake the Llama, and also some toys for the kids. I squeezed in a little table in the corner, so if you are sitting on the right side of the sofa, you can put your little coffee mug or tea mug away on the table. Otherwise, you'll have to keep it in your lap. But I was thinking that this was a good room for the kids to come and play whilst the mother is cooking dinner and so on, so she can keep an eye on them still in her eyesight whilst they play with the dollhouse or so on in this living room. And I went for these curtains, which is really autumnal, which made me want to change the rug because I thought it was too much with leaves on the rug and on the curtains. So I went for a neutral rug instead. And I just put in a little lamp and a little painting, and that's the living room. And we're on to this little tiny toilet, and it's just a little toilet in this room. And here I kept that rug, thinking it might have been in the whole kitchen area before and in the toilet, but now it's only left in the toilet because someone has changed the flooring in the kitchen area. So just a little toilet. Moving on to what is going to be the mother's bedroom. And I actually like this bed really much. I like the colors. I like the orange and the blue. They go well together. Might not like the greenish back of the bed as much, but it will have to do since I can't change it. And so this is quite a simple bedroom. She doesn't spend a lot of time in here. She's just sleeping in here. And she has a little wardrobe. And I actually wanted more of an orange, but this curtain looks more orange in the catalog, but in this light it looks more of a brownish tone. But it will do. And she has a big mirror so she can take a look at herself and see that she's presentable before she goes to work and so on in the mornings. And then I went for a little wall of paintings, so I picked out a lot of different ones and tried to put them together in a nice way. And this is going to be the infant room, so it's near the mother's bedroom, so it's easy for her to get up at night and so on when the little one is crying. And it's quite a small room, so there is not as much in there, but I wanted a little seat to be able to sit and read or feed or just rock the baby to sleep. And a little changing table and of course a bed. And I brought in these little butterflies in autumnal colors to decorate above the bed instead of a painting. And then I just put some paintings on this wall and color the walls in a very soft yellow. And now we're on to this room, and this room gives me a bit of a challenge because I really wanted to use both of these shelves that came with the pack, the laundry pack, but they are quite big, and I wanted the window in the middle of the room as first, and I thought, well, this works really swell, so let's put them like this and they can look out the window and it will be fine. But later when I get upstairs, I'll come to realize that the shelves are both, one shelf and one flower is sticking up into the room upstairs. So I am going to have to lower them, which meant that they were covering the window. So the window is going to move later on, and I will put it above the sink instead. So it works out. I'm still able to keep both the windows, the shelves, and everything else. But I just have to figure it out a bit. And here I run into some problems with these curtains being too big. So it worked fine, sizing them down in the bay window. But this one, no, it didn't want to cooperate with me. So I tried out some other curtains to see if they fit, but I didn't like them. So I tried again with the window not there. But in the end, I went with this little yellow thing. So it matched well with the color, so it would have to be that. It wasn't my first option, but since it wouldn't cooperate, that's what I went with. Into the little shed. And as I said, it's not overly cluttered. It's just some things, the decoration box so that you can decorate, and the woodworking table in here. And also some little like a saw and these other things that came with the pack where you can do, I don't know, what's it called? Ooh, don't remember the name of it. Where you can do jewelries and so on, that pack. So I used those tools to hang up above the woodworking table. And I also found some things that I put into the room we are in now. It's some trophies and so on, because this is the teenager's room. and I quite like this room. I think it comes out very well. I think it might be my favorite room in the whole house. This also goes in blue and orange, but a bit darker blue and a bit of a more darker orange. And I promise you, no more rooms in blue and orange, just the mothers and the teenage boys. But I think they work so well together, and the Carilla autumnals and so cute, so I just had to go for them. And this teenager is a very nice and good boy. He helps out his mother a lot, and he keeps order in his room. It's not messy. All of his stuff is in its place. He knows where he has everything. And I am also going to put in a yellow wardrobe in this room, and I love the pop of color it brought to the room. So as you might be able to see, he's into sports, so he's doing sports on his own, and he has this t-shirt on the wall with signed autograph on it, and I was thinking that this was from his some team in his hometown. One of the players in there had written his autograph, and he had put it in a frame and put it up on his wall, and he's trying to be just like him. And so doing a lot of sport, thinking that he was about to quit high school and on his way to college soon, so he's in the upper years of teenager. And now we're on to decorating the two bathrooms, and they are very much alike. I used the same sink, the same toilet, and the same almost everything, towels and so on. And the only thing that separates them is the showers. So the little bathroom only has a stand-up shower, whilst the big bathroom has a bathtub shower combo. And I will also, at a later stage, put a little potty in here, because the toddlers need to be potty trained, right? So putting in some paintings too, and then the same little cabinet and the same tiles for the walls. And then we are heading on into the tween room. And she is a bit more messy than her older brother. She does not fold all her clothes away like her brother does. And so you will see some clothes scattered on the floor. And this room goes in yellow and green, and some pops of purple. So I really like this room too. Not as much as her big brother's room, but this is a cute room too. And as you can see, she likes to do craft. So she's in the middle of a project right now, and you will see that there are some toys still left in here. So she has a little basket with toys, and she is also going to be getting this big cat and a little teddy bear on her bed. But as I said, she is on her way to becoming a teen, so she is getting rid of toys as she goes along. Fortunately for her, she can go downstairs and play with the dollhouse and so on. So when she has friends over, she can say that, well, I don't play with toys anymore. So my room is almost clean, and she can look like a real little teen. And then she can go downstairs and join her siblings for some playtime. In this little extra room, I just put in clothes. So it's a walk-in closet. I was thinking that they all have a wardrobe in the room, but you might want some extra space to hang up clothes and so on, because there are many kids in this family, and there will be a lot of clothes. So that's what I did in there. And here we are heading into the last room, and this is quite a colorful room. It's the twins' bedroom. And as you can see, it will be a tight squeeze when they grow up. Right now it's fine. The toddler beds fit well. Just before the wall is kind of narrowing in, but you couldn't fit a regular sized bed in there on that by that wall. But you could put a bunk bed in there when they grow up, so it's workable. It's still doable. They can still stay in there, and perhaps one of them could take over the big brother's room when he moves out and goes to college. Tried to put the dollhouse up there, but realized that 1, it was floating, and 2, they won't be able to play with it. So I put it down on the floor by the bed instead, which I thought was a good decision. So it looks cute in there. So we're going to decorate with the paintings in different colors, and actually we'll be moving this and put an autumnal tree wall decal on this wall instead. And I think it's so cute with little squirrels up in the tree. So that's what I did, and they are going to be getting some night lights so they don't have nightmares, and of course some curtains. And I wanted to keep it quite neutrals on the wall because there were so much colors on the furniture. But here we go, very dark green on the walls, and this is the last room to decorate, the hallway. And it's not much to do in here because there are doors everywhere, so you can't put up so many things. So it's just a little hallway table which I decorate with some plants and a vase, and then I put a mirror on top of it, and I'm gonna hang some paintings on the walls, and also this little thingly-bob with the plants in it that you hang on the wall. So that one is going up as well. And the height chart, I didn't have room for it inside of the toddler's room, so I put it outside, and I thought it was cute. And this is it for the building, so I hope you enjoy the screenshots in the end. Thank you very much for watching. So, putting out the last things, don't forget the mailbox. So, thank you. Bye everybody.